Hello, 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 everybody. I am getting in position for core meditations with Charmin. So, and it looks like I'm going to actually have to raise my camera just a little bit here before I can actually get started. It's kind of tricky figuring out for the first time how to actually get it set up the best way. Okay, I think that's a lot better there. Okay. Now I'm going to try this again.
How to create a Java project.
Except for my daughter has the computer on
How
over
to create
here.
a Java project by using NetBeans ID and as well as by using
Oh, Jesus.
MySQL database. Let us see now.
When you have children and they have things that they do on your computers, it can throw you off just a little bit. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have somebody in the room. I'm sitting quite a bit of distance away from my camera, so I am getting ready to do a live meditation session. Come on in, come on in, come on in. If you are following or have liked Core Meditations, you can come on into the room. I am going to take just a second to find my live feed here on my page so that I can make sure that I have insights to see what is actually going on. Welcome to 2020 and welcome to Core Meditations with Charmin. So I've got this set now where I can see. I'm going to place it over here. Welcome, 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 welcome. I am Charmin Williams, and I am the Charmin Williams with Core Meditations with Charmin. So this year I had a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to go into a new endeavor. So by trade, I am a 22-year veteran of public education in Oklahoma. And this year I had some opportunities to expand and share some of the things that I do for self-care. Hi, Dee Dee. That looks like my sister Dee Dee. I hope it is. I don't have my glasses on, sis, so I hope that that's you. But I have expanded my reach this year. 2019 was my year of clarity, and going into 2020 is my year of completion. For me to go in and complete all the things that I left undone and to begin to share with you, the whole wide world, some self-care practices through Core Meditations with Charmin. So I've had two opportunities in 2019 to share singing bowl meditations with the ladies of the Business Besties Women Empowerment Weekend Retreat with Nicole LaShonda of Simply Right Events Planning down in the beautiful cabins of Broken Bow, Oklahoma. That led to the ladies that were there really wanting to, really inquisitive, excited, not knowing what the practice is about, singing bowl meditations, and wanting to have better self-care rituals and routines. So I did about a 3-hour session. It was unexpected, but it was the most blessed thing ever to everyone's hearts. And that led to me having my first Core Meditations singing bowl with Charmin, Core Meditations with Charmin's Healing Singing Bowl Meditations experience. The response was overwhelming once we posted the video and the footage from that particular experience. So there will be 4 experiences coming up in 2020 with myself, and I will be sharing everything I know excuse me, about self-care practices, which are so important for busy entrepreneurs, for moms, okay, because I'm that and a mom, those that have a full-time work schedule, and those that are maybe really heavily involved in their community, in their church, what I call my plate being full. So a lot of people say, oh, my plate is full. Oftentimes, I wind up saying both my plates are full because both of my hands are full. But when I talk to people and I network with people and I share my experiences with others, they always say to me, one critical thing that continues to spur me forward is you're not aging. You never look completely stressed out. I usually have a very big smile on my face because I like to live life to the fullest. There are times where everything in my life is not absolutely great, but for the most part, I embrace everything that the universe, spirit, my creator, which is for me is God because I happen to be a Christian, but this is a self-help practice which is for anybody of any religion that wants to have a more quiet mind, that wants to dig deep inside of themselves to become more serene in life and wants to change everything that's going on. So I have my incense burning. I have today peppermint and sage. And I have my color therapy behind me, which is all of the pretty pink. And I love bling, so you have the shimmer and you have the silver. And I have my affirmation stones laid out in front of me that maybe you cannot see. But after I post a live video, I will post for you the way that my meditation position is set up right now. So I have affirmation rocks in front of me and behind me of courage, blessings, love, serenity, and strength. Those are the things that I want to keep in the forefront of my mind going into 2020, that I want to make sure that I'm practicing things that support me in being courageous and continue to develop my business aspirations. I'm asking God to continue to bless me with good health, to bless me with all things being well with my children, to bless me with all the endeavors that I seek to go out and do in the world. And I have serenity. When you're really, really busy, you have to find a quiet place that's around you. You want things to be serene. You need your place that you can retreat, to regenerate your mind, to quiet your mind, to still your mind, and to just sit in the present and sit in the now. And then, of course, I have strength. With all the things that I do, I want to make sure that God continues to bless me with strength. So they're actually called affirmation stones, but I personalize everything for myself. So when I train, when I teach with core meditations with Charmin, I refer to them as blessing rocks. They are the things that I want the universe and God to bless me with. We all have vibes and energy resonating off of us at all times. What you give off, the law of attraction says, must be returned to you. So I am always trying to be in tune with the energy that I give off, walking in the most positive spirit possible at all times, and seeking the best out of myself while seeking the best out of others. And a big part of that practice is meditation breathing. So I practice deep breathing with aromatherapy, and I told you today I'm working with peppermint as well as mandarin orange, and I mix the two together because those are complementary scents for me. When I first started the meditation, I can already feel myself calming down because I was talking really, really fast. I've been really, really busy today, but just being in the element of your meditation when you're used to going to your quiet place, it calms you. It may take a while, so what I want you to do is when the video is over, as I'm going to do, I want you to go back to the beginning of this video, look at how fast I was talking, maybe some of my movements, and see if you can find the switch when the energy that I placed around me and the things I asked for, the serenity, brought my voice level down as well as my tone. And now my energy is in a very low, vibrating, peaceful place. So the first thing that we're going to practice, that I want to practice with you, I have the next experience that I have. This is just a very small portion of getting used to meditating, setting up your stage, your area of comfort for meditation. It should be a very quiet place. I have children in the house right now. My daughter is home, and I have trained both of my children. I let them know mom is either going into her quiet place or she's going into meditation. And then that way, my kids that are in the house, I have worked with them. I have taught them to respect that quiet time that mom needs. I need that quiet time to be the best mother that I can be to them. on the everyday basis. So there are three things that I ask for my serenity, and that is I take a long, hot, rejuvenating, relaxing bath every night before I go to bed. That can last 30 minutes to some nights 2 hours. It is the place where I read. It is the place where I process the day, and I let everything that happened during the day wash away. When I unplug and I let that water go down the drain, it is like a cleansing for me mentally, emotionally, and physically. Everything goes down the drain. And then I usually take some time to either read quietly or meditate before I go to bed, or do some deep meditation breathing. So those are the things. I see the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. Those are the things that I do to make sure that I'm doing my self-care every day, taking care of myself, taking time for myself, and making sure that I'm okay with me. So that is what this is all about. If you're new to meditations, if you're new to singing bowl meditations, if you're new to affirmations, welcome, 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 welcome you. I welcome you into my space to be here with me now. So all the things that I'm going to do, I am going to talk about doing them and take some time to do them. So usually when you get ready to meditate and you go into meditation, you have what's called, they call it the monkey mind. And they call it that because monkeys, when they hang, they swing, they jump, they're everywhere when they're in their comfort zone or their territory. So throughout the day, we have so many cognitive and subliminal things that our minds do to make sure that we conquer the things we need to do during the day. And from the time we wake up, we begin telling our body mentally, what is it that I'm going to do today? What is it that I'm going to do today? We start off with a checklist of things to do, and then we go about our day making sure that we do those things. So when it's time to stop, the mind is going, but you told me we had 30 things to do today, and we only did 23. So when you're trying to quiet your mind, you're trying to end your day. Sometimes we're so programmed that that mind wants to keep working. So it's important to have routines, rituals, places to go, to simply quiet your mind and be still. So I'm going to take just a few seconds to stop talking and show you what it looks like when I get ready to quiet my mind in deep meditation. So the first thing you want to do is I usually close my eyes and I think about my breathing. Breathing is your initiation into meditation. So the goal is to breathe deeply in through your nose and release through your mouth. I have my aromatherapy going, so I love when I have my aromatherapy going, and that is to usher in my deep breathing as I inhale and I hold and I let everything out through my mouth. So you breathe in through your nose, you breathe out through your mouth. So you want to go into a quiet place where you're focusing on your breathing. You focus on your breathing until you can begin to quiet and still your mind. The goal is to not to think about anything. If you are doing it correctly, after so long, you will be able to hear the rhythm of your heart vibrating kind of up through your ears, and the rhythm of your breathing will become in rhythm with your heart. So I'm not going to do it very long because we're on a live, but I at least want to give you some things that you can stop the live when you go back to the rebroadcast and the replay, and you can go back and you can practice a few of these things on your own. So and as you begin to do the deep breathing, your respiratory system will actually slow down, your heart rate will slow down, and you will become more and more mellow as you actually begin to relax your mind, and your body will relax. So that is ushering yourself into meditation, focusing on your breathing. If you've had a really frustrating day, you've got a lot of pent up energy that you need to release, you can do what's called dropping the breath, which means that you exhale with force to actually release toxins out of your body through the breath. So I'm going to give an example. You inhale deeply and you drop the breath. Inhale deeply and drop the breath. What you'll notice is your body will respond to dropping the breath, and it's something that your body does naturally. So if you notice, I do have some comments, so let me see if I can get to the screen that I have in front of me to see my comments, and that might help me answer some questions because I wear glasses and I'm too far away for me to be able to see what those comments are. And I think I've lost my actual live feed over here. So I'll have to go back and respond to you all later. But when you drop the breath, your body naturally relaxes. I don't know if you could see that, but you'll go back to the replay and you'll see it again. When I first started talking to you all, I was probably up here. Now my relaxed state, my shoulders are actually all the way down here and my arms just feel very, very relaxed. So those are things that you'll be able to do and you'll notice as you go into the deep meditation. I'm going to try this again to see if I can't see what happened, because it helps me to see how you all are responding. And my screen froze up on me, so I cannot actually see myself anymore, but that's okay. So when you do that, you're going to your relaxed state. So that is breathing into meditation. If you have a hard time quieting the mind, you can actually say a positive mantra to yourself, and you can say it over and over and over to usher in that relaxation. So today is 2020, the first Saturday of a new year. So if I wanted to just think of something that would relax me, I might be nervous about the things that I have to do in 2020. So what I could say is 2020, a great year. 2020, a great year. 2020, a great year. And as I say those things to myself, my mind will transition and I will begin to drop down in my subconscious while I'm meditating all of the great things that are possible in 2020. So when I meditate, this is a gesture that you'll see in meditation. You'll also see it in yoga, which are two practices that are closely related. And when you begin a meditation, you often have an opening practice, especially if you're doing meditation in a group session or you're coming together in yoga. But this is one of the traditional poses that I like to keep in meditation. I call it a prayer pose, and it helps me to align the chakras, the places of energy that are throughout my body. So when I meditate, I'm always trying to align my energy. And we'll talk later in a class that I'm going to offer online about chakras and how to release your chakras. But for right now, that's just the reason why I try to be in alignment. So I like to open up with the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. So you will hear me say namaste a lot. And when I say namaste, I'm just saying that the good in me recognizes all the good that exists in you. So I often say namaste to myself because I want all the good of the energy out of the universe that God can bless upon me. So I usually say to myself, namaste. 2020, a great year. 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 And 2020, a great year. As I begin to say it, I will stop saying it and I will replay it over and over quietly in my mind. And that is how you usher in positive affirmations. So, meditation breaths, positive mantras and affirmations. And the last thing that I want to end with is I want to welcome you to 2020 with some healing singing bowl toning and a little healing singing bowl meditation. This is what's offered in Core Meditations with Charmin. And when you come to the actual experience, the next experience will be offered in March of 2020. So we have about 3 months to go before the next experience will be offered. It is not a class. It is an experience. If you are interested, please go over to the page, Core Meditations with Charmin, and you can see a short video of all the things that take place at the experience and how unique it is. Each experience is different with the participants that come together and what spirit ushers in through the door, what we need at the time to bless our spirits. I'm there to usher in and support others in doing their self-care, to make sure they're taking care of themselves. Oh, had a call come through. Teaching them how to, teaching them how to practice their self-care as well. I believe that is probably my son, and I can probably wrap up this live. Doesn't know that I'm on live. And practice that self-care with healing singing bowl meditations. In the meditations with Charmin, I teach others how to learn how to use the singing meditation, healing singing meditation bowl, how to usher in and use the techniques of breathing, as well as create their own personal affirmation and mantras. So we're going to do just a slight bit of toning. And the toning has a very, very calming effect. It vibrates and touches the vibration of your own physical body and your mind. So it connects, and you will tone your bow until you find the tone that soothes you. And I always notice whenever I start toning, everything drops down to a minimum for me, and I get so relaxed. It relaxes me completely. And when you find the tone that you want to pick up that tone and you want to go into singing meditations. And that is how you play a singing meditation bowl. Thank you for joining me today. I guess life is calling, and I must see what my son wants. Thank you for joining. I'm going to be finding places throughout 2020 to meditate with you all with the singing meditation bowls. I'm going to try to find some really beautiful, serene places, maybe in some of the botanical gardens, as well as outside. Right now it's wintertime in Oklahoma City, not too bad right now, but definitely in the spring, look forward to some Facebook time with me, as well as classes that are going to be coming where I'll be able to coach you through your own meditation sessions, provide for you curriculum to teach you more about everything that spirit and the universe has to offer that you can use for your very own self-care. This is Charmin Williams, Core Meditations with Charmin. Thank you for joining me for my first Core Meditations Facebook Live session. Have a beautiful, blessed, and wonderful 2020. I'm out. Peace.